Welcome to the Mortgage Wise radio show and video podcast, where we educate and provide expert advice on personal finance, mortgages, and real estate investing.
Show me the money.
As a result of what we do, our team has helped hundreds of first-time buyers, experienced buyers, and real estate investors achieve their goals of home ownership.
I wonder if there's a connection there.
Here are your executive producers and mortgage advisors, Randy and Veronica Chambliss.
What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Mortgage Wise radio show. I am Randy Chambliss, the Executive Director of the Louisiana Housing Authority and a Corporate Branch Manager with Geneva Financial. I'm a speaker, financial educator, and also a housing advocate. Not to mention I'm a father as well, along with a husband. I have to my right.
You got me cracking up. You mean as being a husband, right?
Yep, let's make it happen.
All right. So we like to have some fun times. But I'm Veronica Chambliss. I'm also a corporate branch manager with Geneva Financial, and I'm also a housing director with Louisiana Housing Authority. So guys, today we are going to discuss, well, first I want to welcome you to episode number 30, and we are going to discuss
30. Keep that in mind. It's a long time running.
Yeah. What to do at the first signs of COVID. So yes, we always talk about finances and wealth and credit scores and things like that and helping you invest in real estate. But what good is it if we don't have our personal health in check, right? And today, we figured that this would be a good topic because there's a lot of people out there that's suffering and they need help, right? So, and it's something that a lot of information is not being given to people. And we want to share the things that we know with people, because if we help you get your finances together, invest in real estate and build wealth for your family, then we need you to be around so you can enjoy those things.
Right. Health is important, right? And to me, it's a real big topic. It's a serious topic. Just right off the bat, we're not health experts, right? I'm not a doctor. Veronica's not a doctor. But we do a lot of research, right? Obviously, we have children, right? A lot of research, and we study from the best of the best. We seek out masters, and we learn from them. We have family members that had COVID-19 that they shared with us their testimony, which was really, really tough, really challenging, right? Bad. And so they was able to share information with us as well of things that they've done, things that they are still doing that help them to overcome and live, right? So hopefully, we could potentially save some lives with this information. What's good about this platform is that we're not censored, right? A lot of information you see on the news is censored. There's a narrative that's being dispelled every single day, and it's only one type of information. And oftentimes we don't get other information because we're so zoomed in and focused on that information. Now, right now you have, seems like, right, I'm not saying that it is, but it seems like there's almost a division that is starting to be created in our own country here in America. And that is the vaccinated people versus the non-vaccinated people. And I'm sure you guys have kind of figured that out along the way as well. Like, why are we putting people together? Why is this division is starting to happen? Now is not the time to be divided. Now is not the time to be having arguments and political arguments around vaccinated and non-vaccinated. This is not the time for that. The time right now is for one word to be used, and that's unity, right? We have to be able to unite together. We have to be able to come together collectively, find a solution to be able to move forward, right? So, with that being said, we share with you, number one, signs at the beginning, right, of COVID-19 or family member, even yourself. Let's read.
So like the first sign, one of the signs is fatigue, right? So you might be feeling a little fatigue, and these are signs you don't want to.
Right.
You may have a headache.
And fatigue is like 80%. So the statistics and stats that we found, 2% of people who have COVID-19 or right there at the cusp of it, 82% of them have fatigue.
Yeah. You have headaches, you have fever, loss of smell and taste, persistent cough, sore throat, and shortness of breath.
Right. So 72%, 72% of individuals that acquire headaches is right at the cusp of COVID-19 or even had it, right? Fever, right? Fever is almost what it was, 40%. So not everybody have fever when you have COVID. So keep that in mind too. And we're not saying that you have COVID-19 because you have these symptoms. We're just giving you some of those symptoms that to look for, right? Shortness of breath, right? Listen, guys, do not play with your shortness of breath, right? Sometimes as men, we feel that we're okay. We feel that I've been okay for 30 years, 40 years, 60 years. But trust me, we know a lot of personal people that have passed away because of this virus, right? And shortness of breath is nothing to play with. So please, if you find yourself walking and you fatigue, you have shortness of breath, get to the emergency room quickly, right? 911, right? So, having said that, we want to talk a little bit about some of the, one solution, right? In regards to how to overcome those things, right? And so the narrative that you're constantly hearing right now is just go get vaccinated. Go get your vaccine shots, go get vaccinated. I get that. But aren't we missing some other information here? Isn't there other things that we could be doing as well? Like, for example, how about if we can be conscious of boosting our immune system?
Right.
Isn't this a good time to even study what the immune system is, what it does,
how it functions?
And
that's what's missing out there in the media. You hear nobody's talking about boosting up your immune system, the power of your immune system.
Absolutely. You can't put your full faith in man, period, right? This is your life. This is your family life. You cannot put full 100% belief in a vaccine. You can't put 100% belief and faith in that, right? Now, if you decide after you do your research to get the vaccine, great. If you made a decision, you decided not to get it, great as well. But the solution we're getting ready to share with you is going to be for both, right? We all, no matter who we are, should be conscious of boosting up our immune system. So one of the things that you want to do is go and research, study, type in Google, go to YouTube, go to the library, do whatever you got to do. Immune system, what is it? How it functions, how it works, how it get lowered, how to raise your immune system. You want to master your immune system at this point in your life right now, because you need to be that beacon of life right now. You need to be that light right now. You need to be able to dispel this information to your family members and friends right now. But if you don't know, if you can't explain it, that means you don't know it. So do some research, get your study on with that. So here's some things that we could boost the immune system, right?
So one of the things is vitamin C supplements, right? Vitamin C supplements are, up to 500 milligrams a day. But of course, that depends on other things like your, whether you're a man or a woman, your weight and all those kind of things. But again, research.
Yes.
The second one is vitamin D. So 30,000 IU drop inflammation. So
it actually drops the inflammation in your body, right? So vitamin D is huge, right? And so when you get your vitamin D, you're looking for vitamin D3, number 3, and you're looking at 10,000 IUs, right? But you want to take 30,000 minimum IUs, right? And again, what it does, it drops the inflammation that's in your body, and that helps speed up that recovery with COVID-19, right? That is huge, right?
Mm-hmm. And that's some, again, research you want to do on your own as far as how much you should take of that. The next one is zinc. So anywhere from 220 to 225 milligrams. You want to go outside in the sun, 20 minutes of sun give you some vitamin D. That's the natural vitamin D, right?
That is, from our creator himself, right? You want to get in the sun, you can do a little bit more than 20 minutes, then do it, but do it every day about 20 minutes, right? You can take off your shirt if you can't, do that, right? Get out there and enjoy the sun, sunbathe. That is one of the most healthiest thing that you can do, because, the melanin that you have in your skin, it actually converts to natural vitamin D. And there are certain foods, of course, that you can eat as well that you get vitamin C, vitamin D. But these are some quick things that you can do every single day, guys.
You can also drink some hot green tea. It's one of my favorites. I like elderberry tea, and you want to put honey in there to your taste, of course.
Right.
What that does, it helps to heat your body up. So viruses can't live in that type of environment, right?
I want you guys to get that, right? Say that again.
Viruses cannot live in that kind of environment. So when you heat your body up, that's why your body breaks into fever when you are sick. When it senses that something is foreign inside of your body, you get a fever. Why? And fever is good. You just don't want it to go over a certain degree, but it's actually good for your body because it's helping your body fight off the foreign object.
Right, and that's what most people don't realize. Sometimes we take the Tylenol or the Motrin to get the fever down immediately, and we want to get back to a normal temperature. Well, the idea is not to get to a normal temperature. The idea is not to allow the fever to spike where it's going to be abnormal and could cause seizures or some type of other health problem.
Exactly.
So you don't want to get the fever down to your regular body temperature. Like Veronica mentioned, I'm harping on it just a little bit because that's very, very important. The fevers are natural, right? It's a natural healing mechanism from the Most High God who created you, right? So when that body, the immune system, senses there's some foreign objects in there, there's what they call T cells and what they call killer cells. These killer cells go out and they're seeking these unknown viruses, it's seeking these unknown cells, right? And these cells clone themselves around the natural cells, so they're trying to hide themselves from these killer cells that's in your immune system. But your killer cell is going to seek them out, and then it's going to infiltrate them, kill them, murder them, and then stop that virus, that cell from duplicating, right? And so what the immune system does, it heats up the body to a temperature where, like Veronica said, that virus can't live in the temperature. Let me prove it to you for a moment. The flu, right? There's a certain season for the flu. Typically is in the wintertime when it's colder, right? Now, you don't really see the flu virus in the summertime, because it's too hot. That's why this COVID-19 is so deadly, because it's rapidly right now and it's the summertime. So the point, to kind of recap real quick, fever heats up the body. It's a good thing, right? Number two, the green tea, it's hot green tea, not cold green tea. You want to have hot green tea. Why? Because that's another hot supplement that's going into your body to heat your body up, to heat your organs up, to heat your bloodstream up, right? So that's why hot tea is good. Also, Veronica and I, we have this, what we do, we boil water, right? We cut up onions, orange peels, right? And lemon and put it in the water and let it boil. And some salt and let it boil. Once it starts boiling, then we go over that and sniff, breathe in through our nose, our nostrils, and through our lungs, our mouth, right? We breathe that steam, right? Why? Because it's killing any bacteria or viruses that could possibly be in the throat area, sitting in there, right? And for my men, right? For my men, nose hair, right? I'm gonna give you this nose hair. I know a lot of you guys like to chop off the nose hair and cut it all off. Listen, nose hair is for a reason. It helps stop the infiltration of those viruses that's going into your lungs, right? So don't cut your nose hair right now. You can trim it a little bit, but don't cut it off, because you will expose yourself in that area.
Yeah. So another thing you want to do is take a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar daily. You want to drop the carbs, so you eliminate carbs as much as possible.
Yes.
And eliminate stress and increase sleep. I know a lot of us, like myself, sometimes I don't get 8 hours, but I try. But you want to increase the number of hours that you actually sleep, because sleep helps your body to rejuvenate, recover, right? You want to fast, and of course, pray and believe, right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna start from the bottom, then we can work up that way back up that ladder, right? So praying and believe. If you are a believer, right, then you want to pray to your source, right? You want to first ask, because the scriptures tell me that you have not because you ask not. So you want to ask for healing. And when you ask for healing, what you also want to do is believe that you are already healed. Yes, it's gonna be tough. Yes, you're going through it. Like I've heard people tell me that in the midst of COVID-19, they wish they could die at some point. That's how serious this thing is. People have told me this, that listen, I'm strong, I am full of faith, but if I didn't work on myself, if I didn't have them scriptures in me, if I didn't have that faith in me, man, I had an enemy telling me, why don't you just kill yourself because the pain hurts so bad, right? And so you want to have that belief that I am healed, right? And you think from the place of healing. You talk about it. Don't let nothing come out of your mouth negative. It should be all about I am healed. I'm so happy and grateful that I am healed. I'm healthy. I'm strong. I'm a champion. And you keep that affirmation going until you are healed, period, right? So believe that, right? Believe in number one, pray. You have not because you ask not, right? We'll go back up to fasting, right? Fast if you can, right? Fasting is not just spiritual, but fasting is also physical healing, right? Because your body gets to stop all the bad nutrition that you've been getting, or the non-nutrition you're getting. And now you have the green tea, now you have the water, now you have the supplements, right? So fasting, praying, and believing is critical in this time. Veronica mentioned increased sleep, right? She mentioned that when you're sleeping, your body is repairing itself, right? It's healing itself. That's why you are so amazing as a human being. Like you are a chosen generation. You are a royal priesthood. You are a peculiar treasure to the Most High. You are special to Him, right? So He gave you healing power. Let me actually, I'm gonna bring back to your memory, those of you who are in the scriptures from time to time, when Christ was walking this earth, and there's many, many stories that people was hurting health-wise, and He came to Him, seeking Him out. And the first question that He asked was this: do you believe? Think about that. The first question the Messiah asked was, do you believe? And He said, by your faith, you are healed. So that's why praying is important. Believing is important, right? That's why fasting is important. That's why having increased sleep is important. Because yes, you might need to have 10 hours sleep now. You might need 12 hours sleep right now. Your body needs to heal itself right now, right? Also, carbs, like Veronica mentioned. Apple cider vinegar. I know it's nasty. I don't like it either, but it absolutely, it helps, guys. And so now we're going to change gears a little bit. That was the solution. Number one is to boost up your immune system in the midst of this thing, right? That's solution number one. Solution number two, what we have, this is a practical plan too, what we have.
It's hygiene and practical things to do. So like, for example, wash your hands periodically. Well, I wash my hands a lot. So, and then I loosen them up because I wash so much, it dries out. You want to Lysol periodically, and you want to wipe down your house with Lysol wipes. Some people use bleach, so whatever you choose, but that's what you want to do. And avoid touching your face. Wear a mask, and for us, we wear a mask inside of our mask. So because it's, to my understanding, is transmitted through particles. That's why they want us to be 6 feet apart. But if you have your mask, when you breathe in and you breathe in, you still can breathe in a particle. So we put a mask inside of our mask. Also, you want to limit your association with people. So right now is not the time to be gathering and having these big old parties and stuff like that. To each his own. But for those that want to be safe and remain safe, you may want to reconsider gatherings like that. Stay 6 feet to 8 feet away. Right.
Right, exactly, as much as you can, right? You know, those are some guidelines, but guidelines can be increased, right? Right. So yeah, 6 feet away, but if you can do 8 feet away, 10 feet away, stay away from me, right? So guys, listen, I hope this was some helpful tips, some helpful information. If you know anybody that may have some of these symptoms or going through, share this video with them, right? That way they can listen from a third party person, right? They could kind of get a spark in them, hopefully, because a lot of people, guys, believe it or not, they are depressed, they're sad, they are at their lowest end right now, they're stressed. And the last thing that we want them to be right now is stress. We want to eliminate the stress, as Veronica mentioned, because stress actually lowers the immune system. Doctors will tell you when they do an organ transplant, the first thing they do, one of the things they do is implement stress hormones to shut off the immune system so the organ can be accepted by the body. If the immune system is alive and strong, it's going to fight the organ. It's not going to be accepted. So stress is a very important thing, right? So you want to eliminate that. So I recommend, in the midst of everything we talked about, I'll leave you with this last tip. Is always watch something or listen to something that's funny, right? Get yourself in a movie, find you a movie that makes you laugh, that makes you cry. Stay in a laughter state, stay in a smiling state. Like find yourself in that. If you're in an environment, people are negative, get them away from you, right? You want to attract positive people right now, right? Because laughter boosts up the immune system because it eliminates the stress. Veronica, anything else you want to say before we sign off?
No, that's about it.
All right, guys. Well, listen, God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your day on purpose. Take care.
Take care.
Thank you, guys. Good night.
(504-270-2783). Or to view our podcast library, please visit our website, themortgagewiseradioshow.com.
Autobots, roll out.
Until next time, choose to have a great day on purchase, Mortgage Wise friends.
Go home.
Go home.
All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your
Good
day.
night.